Welcome everybody to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry. I am the executive director, and this is our second day, our second show back. We back, brother Mark. Come on, man. I'm excited, community, because this is our second show of the new year. It is Educational Thursday, and it's always great to start the New Year's off with information, intentionally giving game to the people, making sure people are aware of what's going on. So I'm excited. It's been a long day. It's a lot going on, but we are here, community. It's 2024. A lot of things going on. I am excited. I'm excited to see some of the things that's going on. I'm seeing some good things that are moving in the community, and I'm ready. But we got some work to do. I'm not gonna say we don't have some work to do, Mark. We got some work to do tonight. You get me in the voice, okay? Io is out for all of our new people tuning in, all the people checking us out on Instagram. I know we just launched this year on Instagram, so a lot of folks is just tapping in. This is our Educational Thursday, where we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This presentation, this segment is about really bringing intentional information to our community as both sides of the conversation, as we continue to bring community together, make sure the resources, the information, the thing get out and information gets out to the community. We want to intentionally bring the folks here to educate our community, bring the sauce in here, as they say, bring the sauce so that community folks get information that sometimes folks in our community just don't get access. All this year, we're going to continue to uplift mental health. We're going to continue to uplift financial literacy. We'll keep uplifting the things that our community needs and make sure that people around the community, people far and beyond, gets an opportunity to connect with our community as we continue to grow our community. And I love the pace, Mark, because people say, oh, you guys should have all these followers. I don't want all those followers. I like the slow grow. I'll take the 1,000, the 2,000, the 3,000, 5,000. I want the slow grow because I want real people. I'm not out here buying bots and trying to have followers and all of that, right? We try to keep it authentic over here at both sides coming. We about the people. See, we for the people. And this is what we want to do, but we're going to keep engaging and bringing our community folks together. So again, tonight we have a special queen coming on that's doing some amazing work in the community. Our South Bay, all of our South Bay folks. Yeah. There's some new change coming to the South Bay, some new energy, some new innovation, some new things coming on, some realness. Sometimes I think the technology down in San Jose kind of changed the dynamics of how culturally appropriate San Jose is. I live down there on King and Story, so I know I'm an East Sider too, okay? I always tell people I'm an East Side. I got a little East Side in me too, you know what I'm saying? But we are happy tonight because, again, this is the year of 2024, new opportunities. This is the year of election. A lot of folks are going through election processes right now. And, it is time for the folks, the people, to do their civic duty, to bring the right people in to make change, whatever that looks like to you, whatever side you on, whatever you want to do. It's time to bring change to our community. And I'm happy to have Sister Jennifer here tonight because I'm telling you, she got some energy. She got some heart. She got some love, some compassion. When you talk about new beginnings, this is the new year. New beginnings, new opportunity. Look, I'm not even going to get started. Like, John Harry, calm down. We just get it. Say that for the benediction, okay? I got energy, community. I don't know. I was telling somebody today, I'm doing these new diet of pills and this Melaleuca is what they call it. And it's like, I got this overwhelming energy. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I don't drink Red Bull. I'm taking these organic pills and I'm feeling a little organically excited sometimes. I don't know. Some new stuff going on. New Year's, new things, new beginnings, everybody. All right. With that being said, my brother Mark is here. The Rev, the voice. Brother Mark, holla at the people, brother. What's going on?
Well, first of all, peace to the people. I definitely understand what it feels like to be organically stimulated and be in a different state of mind. I get that, Bishop, but it's always a pleasure to be here. Again, we do have an amazing guest. And one of the things that I like about tonight's guest, particularly for the people, is because there's so much hype on the national political news and offices that we forget how important knowing your local representatives and the people that actually are able to impact your day-to-day life, being able to have access to them and hear what's going on and know how the process works. Well, we have that opportunity tonight. So I'm really excited to hear from tonight's guest. And as always, man, glad to be by your side. As always, of course, we miss Sister Io, but glad to be here for the community. And I think that tonight's guest and show should definitely be something that impacts the community.
Definitely. Sister Io out doing what she's supposed to do, representing, taking care of the community, taking care of family, doing the things that she has to do. She will be back, community. Okay, one night, it don't stop. We here. The bishop is here, Mark is here, and our phenomenal guest is here. So, with that being said, before we get into some of the news that's going on, I just want to say a couple of things to our community. You know, I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, trying to make sure that I make my impact, and I try to make sure that we are the voices of the people. We're uplifting the people. And I just want to say something to our community right now, especially with all the change going on, these election processes. You know, our community folks, I just want to say this to our organizational leaders, community leaders, religious leaders. You know, in this year, we have to step into abundant greatness. And when we get asked to come to the table, we got to come ready to go for community. We got to bring our highest level of what we bring to the conversations. We have to be professional. We have to do something different this year if we really want to make impact and change, because our young people are watching. And I hold the adults of the community, the leaders of the community, to the highest standard. You know, no one's perfect. You know, things happen. We go through stuff. But when we have an opportunity as community-led organizations to come to the table with our elected officials, and we have an opportunity to come to the table with our philanthropists and different things, we want to come with that great energy, and we want to come with that professionalism that is needed. And I'm just hoping in 2024, when we get asked to come to the table, when we ask, you know, to bring our expertise to the table, that we remember that we are representing the people, and we're doing the best job to make sure that we're looking, making the people look good, and we representing the best interests of the people. And that's all we can really ask, because there's so many um, past experience that hasn't been great for community when it comes to being asked to come to the table. You know, sometimes we get the same old guard dogs at the table. Sometimes we get the same old gatekeepers at the table. Sometimes we get the property pimps at the table. Okay, we got to change this community. But this is a new year, new beginnings. Keep an open mind, community. We got to keep an open mind. Be innovative, be thoughtful, slow down and go through all of the processes, and just take your time. Let's work together. It's about us. It's not about I. It's about us. It's not about I. It's about us. It's not about I, community. So, with that being said, to the community folks out there tonight, everybody's at the show, the Wiz, as we're kicking off this Martin Luther King weekend. This is a great weekend for all people. When we talk about the legacy of Dr. King, when we talk about the things that Dr. King stood for, the movement of the people, this is a great weekend. Don't just utilize this weekend as a weekend to say, hey, I got Monday off. Get out there. Get with the people. Go learn some of the history. Maybe you don't know all the history, because folks always say, I didn't know this. Okay, get out there. There's a lot of Martin Luther King events going on. There's a phenomenal concert happening Friday night. A lot of folks. I'm excited because we've been able to help some folks get there to be a part of this experience, both sides of the conversation, collective impact, a number of community partners, making sure that community gets an opportunity to be a part. When we talk about access and we talk about resources and we talk about being able to get in and be a part of what's going on, that's what we're doing. We're bringing it to the people. So with that being said, we're going to jump into some of the news, what's going on, and then we're going to get into our events. There's a lot of events going on, community, so please don't keep telling me, John Henry, I don't know what's going on. How do I get connected? Hey, y'all better tune in. There's a lot of stuff going on, you know, and that's just real. But across the world, as you all know, the U.S. and UK is carrying out strikes against Yemen, a number of the Mid East states right now. I mean, this stuff is getting out of control, and I guess this is why this election season is going to be important, right? Because we need world vision, we need community vision, we need local vision. We have human rights violations happening all across the world, globally and locally. Community, we got human rights violations. Look at what's going on. So we got to just keep that in mind, keep our prayers out there for the people, and hopefully at some point, with all of the change and the new directions, new opportunities, that some of these things will come to some kind of peaceful resolution or some kind of ceasefire or end. Also in Iran, a number of oil tankers have been involved in a big dispute about oil. It's always about oil. I don't know. I thought the Teslas was taking over for the oil. I don't know, but still things happening in the Mid East over this oil. Hopefully, the U.S. will find a new way to get their currency off the oil so we can stay out of these Mid East and world issues. Also in the news, as y'all know, Donald Trump is still going to court on his final day. They said he was a little argumentative today. I don't know. The Donald Trump saga is continuing, and I don't know where it's going to go, but we'll see where it ends up because it's drama. Everybody likes drama in America. So I guess the Donald Trump drama show is continuing. But again, so many things going on. Stay focused, community. Don't get distracted by what's going on in the news when it comes to Donald Trump. All right, just stay focused. All right. Also, there's a lot of plans of new housing buildings going on. It's out in the northeast of the city. There's plans to build new housing out in the district, Richmond district. They're looking at new ways to bring housing. I was in a meeting yesterday and they talking about how impactful the instability of housing is in San Francisco. We know this is not just a San Francisco issue. All across the Bay Area, people are being impacted with housing issue, housing concerns, and we know community, local folks, we know when folks, especially our young people, don't have access to stable housing, they can result to violence and very desperate measures. So the continued fight for housing is always real. When we talk about food insecurity, people hungry out there, people do things when they're hungry. We got all the mental health stuff. We got some issues, community. We need some solution finders, and we need some community builders, and we need some healers. I don't know. This year we got a lot going on. Yesterday, the Oakland officer who was killed was laid to rest. A lot of community folks are still talking about the tension of OPD. There's a lot of things still going on brewing with police and citizens of the community. We have to continue to fight to do the work that we need to do. Tragically, these scenarios happen in our community. And again, the folks of Oakland are fighting against the mayor. They ready to make the mayor step down and ask for a recall. That process is going on. But there's some great things that are happening, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. I'm looking forward to see what's going on. It was great to be at our Mega Black meeting today, to see all of the community folks showing up for the new year, re-energized, ready to go, and get out there and get this work going. There's so much work that needs to be done. It's just not enough time. But again, we're coming in love. We're coming in humility and compassion. We're looking for a way in 2024 to open up new doors, new opportunities. And what a way to start our second show with new beginnings. With that being said, Brother Mark, give us the announcement. Tell the community what's going on, brother.
All right, Bishop, I will definitely jump into here. Community, please bear with me. I am definitely not going to do the same job as Sister Io, but I will do my best to get out the community event. So let's get started. HRC and NorCal MLK Foundation proudly co-present a celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and social justice and the beloved community on January 12th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Herbst Theater. For ticket information, follow the link below. Also, we have the Feline Finesse Dance Company Open Enrollment 2024, January 9th through the 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. For more information, see the link below. And Everybody Reads Book Club presents Family Book Club launch at the Chase Center. A day of fun, games, books, and giveaways on Saturday, January 13th from 12 to 2 p.m. at the Chase Center. And the MLK Day service Shifting the Cultural Climate on January 14th at 4 p.m. Refreshments will be served. And join the HRC in March to celebrate the life and 95th birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. from the Caltrain station to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial and Waterfall at Yoruba Buena Gardens, January 15th from 10 a.m. to noon. Registration is required. See the link below for information. And join HRC in their celebration of life, for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. following the annual Freedom Walk on January 15th from noon to 2 p.m. at the Uribe Boyna Gardens. And San Francisco's chapter of the Links Incorporated presents Black Care Health pop-up on Monday, January 15th at 1 p.m. at Uribe Buena Center. Register for this free event at the link below. And Be Magic, January Governor Meetings Reminder, Tuesday, January 16th from 1 to 3 p.m. to RSVP to attend in person or register to join virtually via Zoom. District 10, Shared Spaces Stewardship and Activation Mini Grant Program. Grants up to $20K and technical assistance available. Deadline is January 17th. For more information, see the link below. And Aaron Daly, MA in UCSF Movement Disorders and Neuromodulation Center presents Understanding Parkinson's Disease in the Black Community on January 18th from 10 a.m. to noon at Southeast Community Center. For more information, see the link below. And the SF Rec and Park, in partnership with SFPUC, presents City Job Fairs 2024, January 20th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Southeast Community Center. For more information, see the link below. And San Francisco HRC Community Budget Presentation on January 23rd from 6 to 7 p.m. at the SF Public Library. Registration is required. For more information, see the link below. And SFOEWD's Community Virtual Budget Discussions on Wednesday, January 24th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to discuss economic development programs and resources. Please RSVP for this event. And SFOEWD's Community Virtual Budget Discussions on Thursday, January 25th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to discuss economic development programs and resources. Also, please RSVP for this event as well. And the CASC is hosting a job fair on Thursday, January 25th from 11 to 1 p.m. For more information, see the link below. Build your future with the APRI Construction and Training Program and gain an OSHA 10 certification and immediate job support. On January, APRI construction training dates are Monday, January 22nd through the 26th. Sign-ups in the information below. The OMI Cultural Participation Projects, The Wiz, Saturday, January 27th at 7:30 p.m. at the Golden Gate Theater. For more information, see link below. And the SF Rec and Park presents City Job Fairs 2024, January 27th from 10 to 1 p.m. at Hamilton Recreation Center. See information below. And New Beginnings presents the Community Festival on Saturday, January 27th from 11 to 3 p.m. at Kirkwood Early Learning Center. Still need your real ID? Well, OMI Cultural Participation Project and partners are serving SFD 11 with drop-in appointments for 94112 and 94132 residents only on Wednesdays, January 17th through the 31st from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Casa de Apoyo. Must bring proof of residency. See information below. And the African American Arts and Cultural Complex invites you to the Season of Black Art inaugural event, introducing the October 2023 through February 2024 season at the African American Arts and Cultural Complex, kicking off a captivating celebration of Black creativity and culture. with special guests and performers. For more info, to register, and for free tickets, see the link below. And Dreaming Forward, Black to San Francisco. This day long conference is open to the public and will celebrate DKI accomplishments and look ahead to future successes. Thursday, February 1st from 10 to 5 p.m. at the War Memorial Veterans Building. Also, Black to San Francisco, an evening celebration, Friday, February 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m. at City Hall, Northlight Court. All are welcome as we gather in honor of HBCU alumni and Divine Nine members. And Into Action presents Equity Keys Series, a housing resource fair on Saturday, February 3rd from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. at the Geneva Powerhouse. SF Rec and Park presents City Job Fairs 2024, February 3rd from 10 to 1 p.m. at the Country Fair Building. For more information, see the link below. SFOEWD's community virtual budget discussions on Tuesday, February 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to discuss economic development program and resources. Please RSVP for this event. And Black Star Rising's Freedom Academy is accepting registration from SFUSD's 8th grade students only. From Saturday, STEM and Culturally Relevant Engineering Concepts program on Saturdays, February 17th through April the 20th from 10 a.m. to noon at SFUSD's iLab. Deadline to register is February 7th. For more information, see the information below. Save the date for Kesh Care's 3rd annual Give Bag Day, February 10th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Location is to be announced. Register to be a resource or a volunteer. And the African American Achievement and Leadership Initiative Annual Board of Education presentation on February 13th at 6:30 p.m. The presentation will center the experiences of Black students, their families, and Black educators in SFUSD. Arrival by 6 p.m. is suggested, and in-person public comment is greatly needed and appreciated. And the SF Alliance of Black School Educators presents the annual African American Honor Roll celebration on February 16th at 5:30 p.m. at the Chase Center. Third Parent, Family, and Youth Services Financial Literacy Workshop Series on Friday, February 23rd from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Google Community Space. This is a free event and is for high school students. Registration is required. And Into Action announces the Black Cultural Preservation Mini Grant Cycle 3, opening January 25th and closing on February 26th for March 1st through May 31st. You can get up to $9,500 in funding for Black cultural preservation events in the Tenderloin, Lakeview, Sunnydale, Visitation Valley, and OMI. To apply, see the link below. And Legacy's African American Support Group, a safe space for African American caregivers to discuss relevant topics and life challenges every Wednesday from January 24th through February 29th, 2024 from 6 to 8 p.m. via Zoom. Gift card and certificates given upon completion. And the Dream Team announces buy, sell, trade, size swap, and consignment. All sneakers here are sold below market rate. And Minding Our Black-Owned Business initiative powered by BWOPA, Tile honors outstanding Black women entrepreneurs who embody the spirit of cooperative economics. Nominate your favorite Black woman-owned business. For more information, see the link below. And Dreamkeeper Initiative announces the senior home repair program with an up to $50,000 forgivable loan to low to moderate income senior and or disabled homeowners residing in historically distressed and underserved neighborhoods in San Francisco. For more information, see the link below. And the SF Human Rights Commission has regular bi-monthly commission meetings on the second and fourth Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. in San Francisco City Hall, room 416. You can also attend via Zoom. And Fathers to Founders hosts child support clinics every Tuesday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 232 6th Street. Receive essential guidance on child support debt reduction, resolving driver's license holds, and pursuing custody for your children, and establishing visitation rights. For clinic appointments, call the phone number below. And the Dream Keepers announces the Down Payment Assistance Loan Program. You could receive up to $500,000 for down payment assistance and up to $30,000 of closing costs, and connected with housing counselors, lenders, and or realtors. For info, see the link below. And Walter's Wellness Group invites you to the Sip Paint and Center every first, third, and fifth Friday, where you can unwind and set the tone for your weekend, fueled by tea, creativity, and grounding. Hosted by Dr. Kathia Walters and the Walters Wellness Group. For more info, see the link below. And join Fathers to Founders for Fatherhood Reimagined therapy group sessions held every Tuesday night from 6 to 7:30 p.m. They're ongoing. They begin October 24th at 232 6th Street in San Francisco. There will be food served at each session. For more info, see the link and number below. And the APRI is hosting youth workshops, offering job referrals, resume building, skill building, internships, professional networking, and community service hours at 1301 Evans Avenue in San Francisco. To schedule a Zoom or phone appointment, see the link or number below. And come out to the Fillmore's Friday Night Market every Friday from 4 to 9 p.m. on O'Farrell Street between Fillmore and Steiner for live music, barbecue, soul food, frozen desserts, retail vendors, games for kids, a dominoes tournament, prizes, and entertainment. Vendor booths are available. For more information, register at the link below. And the new vaccination site offers the COVID-19 booster and the monkeypox antiviral pill treatment Thursdays from 1 to 5 p.m. at 330 Ellis Street, as well as Saturdays from 12 to 4 p.m. at 1221 Mission Street. And the community living room open all day, Monday through Friday, serving breakfast from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And there's a grab and go lunch available from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. at the City of Hope Cafe, 750 Ellis Street in San Francisco. And the San Francisco Office of Financial Empowerment announces Smart Money Coaching, which provides free, confidential, one-on-one financial guidance. The program is available to anyone living, working, or receiving services in San Francisco in English or Spanish, with additional translation services as requested. For more info, see the link and number below. And the Bayview Collective and both sides of the conversation are calling all Bayview community members to help shape the future of our community together. The Bayview Collective is conducting a survey to tap into the heart of our district. That's right, you. Your insights will directly influence the initiatives we undertake to enhance the quality of life in our vibrant community. Take the survey at the link below. And be a mentor in SFUSD. Join the FSUSD's school-based mentoring program. Mentoring for Success. Sign up to volunteer as an individual or group mentor district wide. For more information, see the link below. And both sides of the conversation is calling on conscious individuals and organizations to sponsor our third annual African American History Bowling event and award ceremony. The award ceremony will be held on February 24th from 6 to 8 p.m., and the bowling event will be hosted on February 25th, 2024, from 2 to 5 p.m. For more info on sponsorship, please see links below. And both sides of the conversation needs your skill and ability to engage youth. We're looking for community members to participate in basketball and recreational activities and mentor youth on Saturdays at the San Francisco Juvenile Detention Center. Stipends will be paid. For more info, see the link below. And would you like to promote your business, nonprofit, or community impact? Sign up for our Hidden Gems show or share your expertise on Educational Thursdays, or you can be a panelist on Sunday Conversations. Also, you can keep up with both sides of the conversation's latest shows and community outreach events. Follow us on all social media platforms. You can also subscribe to our newsletter at bsotc.org. And both sides of the conversation welcomes individuals who are interested in giving back to their community to join us as volunteers. We value the positive impact volunteers can make and invite you to be a part of our mission to uplift and support our community. And both sides of the conversation kindly request your invaluable support for our podcast and community engagement endeavors. We cordially invite you to explore any of our donation links, as your generous contributions will greatly aid us in enhancing our programming. And we would like to take this time to acknowledge the Dreamkeeper Initiative and its support of both sides of the conversation's programming. The Dreamkeeper Initiative amplifies the voices of and invest in San Francisco's diverse Black communities to reform public safety and address structural inequities in San Francisco. To learn more, see the link below. And also tune in for upcoming shows. We have the Sunday Conversation on January 14th, 2024, where we will be reflecting on 2023 and setting empowering goals for the new year 2024, as well as Tuesday, January 16th, Hidden Gem. And with that, I turn it back over to you.
Oh my God, brother. I gotta give you a round of applause. I'm looking for Io now. Where you at, Io? Okay, hey, that's a lot of information, community. I know people are sitting there. Get to the. Our guest is here. Okay, hold on, community. We gotta make sure you know what's going on. We tired of people going around talking about we don't know what's going on, how to connect. We gotta get the information out to the people. Okay, y'all know we are here. Both sides of the conversation. Y'all know what it's about. We about the Black and brown community. We got a phenomenal guest that's about to give you some great information. She's been through a lot. When you talk about new beginnings, when you talk about new opportunities, new hope, new determination, hey, if you got a reason this year you think you want to quit, listen to this story. Listen to what this phenomenal woman is doing. Brother Mark, I'm going to let you wet your whistle, brother, but we got to go ahead and introduce our guest to the community, give the community a little of her bio so we can bring her up here. She is running South Bay, San Jose, D2. Where my people at in D2? Y'all better get ready. Some new leadership coming to town. Brother Mark, give her an introduction so we can bring her up.
All right. Well, Miss Jennifer Sella was born and raised in San Jose, the fifth child of 8 siblings and the youngest daughter of a Native American Pima Indian Spanish father and a Portuguese Native American Chilean mother. Born in San Jose, Jennifer is extremely proud of her roots. In her early years, Jennifer grew up with a single mom, then later was raised by a single dad. So during her early years, Jennifer went through foster care, group homes, and shelters, which resulted in dealing with some very difficult situations that I'll let her talk about. But she became a young mother at the age of 15, and during a call for help from the police, after that situation. She had a really, really strong turn in her life. And Jennifer, after going through all that, she became an amazing overcomer. And she's dedicated her life to taking all of her experiences and serving the community. So, without any further ado, let's bring our guest to the stage.
Sister Jennifer, welcome to both sides of the conversation. See, I got it before you say this. See, you a real one. See, community, she showed up. New Year. She said, I want to come. And she came prepared. I'm excited. Jennifer, welcome to both sides of the conversation. Talk to the people. You here now. New beginnings, community.
Well, thank you guys first and foremost for the invite. I really appreciate it. Just to say that the community that we live in now, there's a lot of barriers for people of color to be able to have a platform like this. And so just you guys inviting me to be here and to share my story and testimony and my journey with the campaign, I greatly appreciate it. And I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to do so. Where do I begin?
No problem. You got a lot to begin. You got new beginnings. Before we pull up, I know you got a nice PowerPoint presentation, but I just want to say I'm so impressed with the work you're doing. And see, me, I'm the type of person, I got to get out and feel the energy of the people. You welcome both sides of the conversation to your community to see the level of love, compassion, humility, the energy from your New Beginnings team, the energy that you brought to the community, the elders, the young people. It's unimaginable. See, I don't just mess around community with just anybody. Y'all know that, okay? Y'all know I don't play around. I love the people. Y'all know I love my black and brown community. I'll go far and up and above for it. Listen, this lady here, when I'm talking about loving on the people, see, I'm not just reading a script. I was there in the trenches with her. I witnessed with my eye the level of love, the impact to the people in San Jose. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's no joke. Where did you get the energy? New Beginnings is a phenomenal, phenomenal organization that's making impact. I know there's a lot of services, a lot of things that you do that maybe people don't know. And I want to, before you get into your presentation, talk about that, the legal service, the groups, you do a lot of stuff. And I think part of, when we talk about change and changing the narrative, we talk about how do you connect before you correct, right? Because I'm always looking at when people running for office, how do you connect with the people to correct the issues? You have to go through something, community. You don't just step up and say, I want to lead the people because I walked off the bus or I just came outside and they thought, oh, I just want to know. It's the things, the turmoil, it's the pain, it's the things that we go through that turn us into these great, amazing leaders. And you are that in the office that you are going to take, the leadership that you're going to bring to D2 is phenomenal. So go ahead, Queen. Talk about the services, talk about the plan of New Beginnings and what you're doing as you take this election run to the next level. And then we'll get into your presentation.
Absolutely. So again, thank you guys again. For those of you that don't know about New Beginnings Family Services, we're located in San Jose. We are a nonprofit and we are family ran. So we have everybody on board is family. And we want to make sure that we promote that so that people can see people do overcome and they do heal. I came from a broken family, very broken family, and everybody that is a part of New Beginning staff, we at one point didn't get along or didn't see eye to eye, and we lived in a world of hate. And so when New Beginnings came about, I created an atmosphere where I knew not only myself, but my family can come together and heal and serve the community together, right? And so I got to thank the Lord first and foremost, because had it not been the Lord to take me out of my Egypt in the trenches, I wouldn't be here today to tell you this testimony. And that's where I get my energy from. That's where I get my motivation from, is when you think back about, life before, where you're at now, and you look back and see how far you've come, it really gets me to an emotional state of mind, because I think about it. I should have never been here. I should have never been, a person who could lead others or to provide service to others because of the lifestyle lived. So, again, God gets all the glory. And, I'm thankful that I have family that's on board with me with New Beginnings. It's a lot of work that we do here. People look at it and think that it's really simple. And, we just roll out of bed and we're over here just pulling stuff from, who knows where and making it happen. It's really tough. It's not an easy journey. Struggles come with it, but there is a lot more good than there is bad. When you see a line of people down the street really needing help and looking forward to the support that we provide here, that's the reward all in itself. And you can put a smile on somebody's face and just change whatever they were going through that day. That's the most meaningful, way that you can impact somebody versus any money that can come through. So I started New Beginnings in 2019 when I went through a court battle with my daughters. And it doesn't just start there. There's like history behind, but I wanted to give my daughters a new beginning when they got back home because we were separated for quite some time. And it was unfortunate that they had to be exposed to an environment within Child Protective Services that they've never been involved in. And I talk about this because there is a huge hidden crisis, and I call it a hidden crisis because these are topics and things that, the government and people of the community do not like talking about. It's a very sensitive issue. So again, being 26 years as a legal professional working in family law, I never thought I would see myself in a situation ever again that would put me in a predicament that my kids had to be exposed to being in foster care and being separated, living in the same home, twins, never separated, because of the faulty system. Our system's dysfunctional. And a lot of people like to say it's broken. And my belief is that it's not broken. It's meant to be the way that it is. And when my daughters were separated, I fought really hard to get them home, but it bankrupted me. It put me in a really bad financial situation after I got them, home safely. There was a lot of damage and trauma that I had to help my daughters overcome. And one of the things God put in my heart was a new beginning, that once they did come home, they were going to have a new beginning. And I felt like, this was huge. This was something I couldn't do, but I knew that God was birthing something from the trauma that my daughters went through. So New Beginnings, is an opportunity for people to come, get educated, get the services and the help that they need in hopes that they break those generational cycles and start the new beginning. Because we stay stuck in trauma, we stay stuck in the mindset of poverty and the way that we were raised, and we don't see any further than that. And there is a new beginning if you really want it. So that's the goal of us offering services to the communities, educating people and bringing awareness.
Wow, very powerful stuff. Community. This is why Educational Thursday is so important. You hear this a lot. There's some hidden issues when we talk about our city departments, these systems, and you are a change maker. You are a difference maker. When we talk about changing the narrative, here you go. This is the face of narrative shift and narrative changing. So with that being said, I want to go ahead because we got a lot of questions for you. Okay, the questions ain't over, but we want to get into your presentation. We're gonna go ahead and pull up your presentation. I want you to walk the community through because I think the work that you're doing is so important. When we talk about the support community needs. We've had doulas on here talking about the importance of doulas, right? And I was telling her, I said, we need doulas in all areas of life. And I think you fit that category, not saying a doula, but a person that is fighting for the people, educating people, because our community sometimes are the voiceless people. And that's why it's so important that leaders step up and be the voice for the voiceless. That's what New Beginnings are doing. That's what you are doing. And I think that's why it's so fitting for you to run for supervisor D2, because there are some voices that need to be uplifted and heard. And what a way to have you leading that pack. So with that being said, I'm gonna have my team pull up the slides, and we're gonna let you walk through the presentation, and then we're gonna have question and answer everywhere. Community, pay attention. And if you want to ask questions, put it in the chat. You have a very important person here tonight, community. Ask some questions. Let's see what's going on.
All right, thank you guys. Okay, so New Beginnings, we are about really educating people on the court system and teaching people how to navigate with a simple approach with informative workshops. So we make it really simple because a lot of people don't know the legal jargon. And when you go to court, there are self-help centers, but they are really um, basic. They really do not walk you through the process because they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to give legal advice. So when someone goes into a public agency like family court, they do not really set the families up for success. I don't believe so. So here at New Beginnings, we help families navigate that process and make it simple for you to get in and get out and have some successes with your case. So the informative workshops is what helps families really understand how to approach it and how to go through the process. You can go one more over. All right, so this is my family here. This is what makes New Beginnings function. Gabriella is the one with the little red bangs. That is one of my twin daughters, and her sister are the reason for New Beginnings. They are the backing of it. Alberto is my brother-in-law. He's the one that makes a lot of the stuff happen here with the food pantry. That is his sister in the middle, my sister-in-law, and my sister on the right-hand side. She handles the food pantry side, and so we make it work. We're very small, but we get things done. Um, the uniqueness about New Beginnings is that like Henry said, or like John said, you don't just get into a position and start running things. It really comes from either trauma or something that happened in your life. And New Beginnings started for me well over 20 years ago when my firstborn son was removed from me from Child Protective Services. I was only 15, and that sparked just this huge passion in my heart to want to help other people and really make sure that they did not face the same consequences that I did, by trusting the system to help me and really give them the tools that they need to get through a case, whether it be family law or it be dependency. And I wanted to make sure that they were taken care of in whole, so that way kids are not being removed and families are staying together. So that's what the mission of New Beginnings is it came from a place of trauma and moving towards change progressively. So this is just a report here. This goes over the court statistics, and this is published annually. And you can see here that there's a lot of people that use the court system. 40 million people. Okay, that's 12.1% of the total U.S. population, and they've generated 4.4 million in cases a fiscal year. So 2021, that's what was generated. And again, my belief again is that it's a public agency, but it is a business. And I like to tell people that if we are not utilizing these services, they're not making 4.4 million cases pushing through the system and prophesizing off, or profiting off of that, if we're not utilizing them and staying stuck in a cycle. Cases can go anywhere from 6 months to 10 to 15 years in a long litigation, and families go bankrupt over these type of cases. They don't have the financial means to even challenge such type of cases. And we're finding that a lot of these type of cases are dealing with poverty. They don't have the money, they don't have the financial means to get through it, so they're stuck without any help. And with family court, you don't have the right to attorney. You don't have the right to a jury trial either. And a lot of families are failing because of this particular situation, that they do not have a right to an attorney. So again, I put this here so that people can understand the statistic report about family court, and giving them the knowledge that it is a business. So when you do go to court, you need to really make a conscious decision that you're giving authority and jurisdiction over to a court that is going to generate financial, financial means off of your case. So there's other alternatives, and those are some alternatives we'll talk about later on, that people can utilize besides the family court. So here it estimates that there's between 64% and 80% of people are self-rep, and that means self-represented. They do not have attorneys, and that's 204,000 to 256,000 people acting for themselves, meaning that they are self-representing themselves. These are people that do not have any legal knowledge. They do not have any legal background. They do not know how to navigate the system. And they are forced to act as so for themselves in court. In self-represented litigants, you're in family court and can't afford or don't want a lawyer, or had a lawyer and have run out of money. What do? You're acting for yourself. Sounds scary and intimidating. It is. Most cases can take up to 2 years to resolve if they don't have proper guidance. So that's where we step in. We teach families or pro se litigants, meaning you're representing yourself, how to self-represent yourself, so that when you do go to court, you are knowledgeable, you know what you're talking about, and you understand the court and legal jargon, so that you don't get confused and you don't get tripped up, because it is a cycle that will keep you entangled in if you do not know how to get out. We focus on getting people in and getting them out, and not having them come back to the same cycle. So we want to make sure that we're making sure they understand what it is they're doing when they're signing papers and they're giving authority to a court. Because once you sign and you get into court, you're letting them know that they have the discretion to make decisions over your kids, over your property, over your belongings. And once that's done, there's really not much you can do. So we want to make sure that people are understanding, and that they do know that there's other alternatives. We talked about being a self-represented litigant. That's someone who, basically represents himself in court and does not have an attorney. So New Beginnings provides a step-by-step guidance plan for the client and self-help services for self-represented litigants. We also have informative workshops that go over the process. We start an intake to go over the needs of the client, and we connect the social worker. And that's not just a social worker. It could be anybody. It could be a case manager. It could be anybody that comes to our agency that needs help with their clients. We go over specifics and the needs to better assist that client. And we don't do a one size fits all, just so that, we really tailor our plan for that, family or that individual, that's specific to their needs. So that way they are set up to have a lot of successes, and we remove any barriers or anything that can get in their way that's going to stop them from moving forward in their case, and really being able to move forward and keeping their families together. We want to make sure that both parents are proactive in being in their child's life, and any barriers that's there, we're going to help them remove that. That's what we do here with the case management as well. So the type of cases that we assist with, family law, we do emergency orders. Some people call them ex partes. They're known for that. Those are orders that normally go into a judge within 24 to 48 hours. You'll get a decision or an order, and then you'll get a court date within 10 to 15 days. A TRO, if you ever heard that abbreviation, it's a temporary restraining order. We have a request for order. Those are orders that you're asking the judge to grant if it's something that you're asking for, like custody, child support, a divorce, separation of property or division of property, even a restraining order. Those are requests from a judge that you're asking for. Establishing a case would be a parentage case for individuals that are not married. You might have some custody issues, and you need to establish some type of visitation or arrangement, you're going to want to go to court and get a parentage case. That is just saying that your mom and he's dad, and you guys would like to ask the court to, grant any orders that you're requesting regarding custody and visitation. We have 95% success rate with our clients. We make sure that our methods that we use are methods that are, I would say, not, I don't want to say like bluntly, but we want to make sure that our clients come in and really grasp what they're learning. So we do, a lot of tough love, because sometimes we get parents in here that do not really want to do the work that's needed, and they want everyone to do the work for them. So there's some parents that we got to have tough love for and make sure that they're going to be set up for success. So that's why we have such a high success rate, because we put in a lot of time, a lot of effort. Our case managers and facilitators go a long way to make sure that we're really pouring into them, because it's about the quality and not the quantity. So everything that we do here is pouring in quality, and making sure that they're being their best version of themselves so that they can be the best parent that they can to their child. So again, that's why our success rate is 95%, and we actually beat most of our competitors by 10%. These are just a little bit of feedback from the parents. Parents are saying that, with the experience that they have had with us, that they've been able to get kids back home with them, regain custody, learn how to co-parent, basically learn how to navigate through the court system because it was either scary or too challenging for them. And our services help make the program, make the process much easier for them. And the kids were less impacted, because when there's a court case going on, the kids are always induced into either the case of, being interviewed or going through an emergency screening. And that causes a lot of trauma for a child when they're in the middle of a custody battle and they're not knowing which parent to pick. So they're put in a tough spot. So we make that process a lot easier for them and less invasive for the kids or for the family. And so, again, like I said, the parents have a really good outcome with the 95% success rate. You get good reviews like this because families really know that we really care for them and we're supporting them on all levels. The professionals love us too. We do work with a lot of social workers out of DFCS, which is Department of Family and Children Services, and we also work with other partnering agencies that come to us for help with their clients. And we want to make sure that we're providing an environment where we're collaborating together, because a lot of times you got agencies that are divided, and that's because they fail to want to collaborate with each other and, bring what they can to the table so they can make it work. And with New Beginnings, we've created an atmosphere where other professionals can come to us and utilize our services and vice versa. So, we do have a good rapport with the professionals out there in DFCS. They trust our services, and they know that we're going to make sure that we put in the time and attention that's needed for the case, especially the case sensitive cases that come out of DFCS. There's a lot of stuff that we need to make sure that we're paying attention to, and that these families are really getting the needs that, addressed. Safety concerns, and also putting in the protective factors for the family so these kids can remain home and stay together. And at the same time, the kids are being protected as well. Contact information, if you want to get a hold of us, the phone number is there. Area code 669-299-6610. Email address, newbeginningsfs@yahoo.com. Our website is newbeginningsfs.net. You could reach out to us on any one of these means. We normally respond within 24 hours. We're pretty good about getting back to you. So if there's any questions, any needs, you guys could reach out, and we'll be more than happy to help you. How did I know that was coming?
Man, all I can say is this is what I'm talking about. This is why you are here today. This is why it's important that the community know, who you are. When you going through this transition of helping the community, running for office, sometimes people get lost into that part of the work, but they forget about the foundation.
Yeah.
And I love how you bring the foundation to the work to where you're going. And I think that's why it's so important that you are here, your services, being able to be there to be that gap, right? When we talk about the community that you represent,
Right.
sometimes the language barrier could be a problem in the court system, right? You
Yeah.
bring that face, that person that can bring that equity. You could bring that opportunity for them to feel comfortable. And that's why I think it's so important for people from community, people that been through it, people that experience to get the opportunity to be at the table, be in that leadership. And I think that's why you running for office is so important, because we need more real people from the community. We see what's going on in Sacramento. We see what's going on in the city. It's a lot of dysfunction. And I think you brought a great highlight to a number of things that I personally have been bringing to the community when we talk about community partnership, community collaboration. See, this is not something that's just isolated to one community, one culture. This is happening all across the country when we talk about what does partnership look like? What does collaboration look like? There's so many folks who are willing to work in silos. There are so many folks working for instant gratification. I mean, are we putting unity back in the community? That's the question I always ask. Are we putting unity back in the community? But when you talk about child protective services, when you talk about the work that you're doing in these courtrooms, family court in America is just tragic. Okay, it just So when you say it's a court crisis, it's just that's what it is. It's a crisis. I work with some of the legislative folks, Senator Skinner, some of the other folks. I started working with this child support thing. And because family court and child support is so intertwined and the way it's set up, I mean, it's a nightmare. But I think it's important that the work you're doing, the folks that you bring to be a part of this movement is what's really going to make the change. Because so many times I go behind the scenes, I work in these groups, I'm in these community, forums trying to make change. And the people that's at the table just, they don't understand community.
Yeah.
So how? I mean, I'm impressed. 95% rate. Like, come on, you almost shoot 100. If you throw 10 darts, something's going in the middle, Jennifer. Come on.
I didn't want to toot my own horn and give it 100% because you know what? It's just about almost 100%. I'm pretty sure some folks that are watching can actually agree with me because, not a lot of times do you see some agencies that really lead with their heart, right? There's always a hidden agenda or there's a motive. And like I said, when I started New Beginnings, I was already doing this work way before. I started in 1998 when they first took my firstborn. And what I stress to people and the reason why I share it, it's not to boast, it's to let people know that if I can take something that was so traumatic to me as a 15-year-old kid, right? And instead of me going back to the place that I knew that was most comfortable to me, which is the streets, gangs, drugs, whatever, to comfort me and decide I am not going to let what happened to my son be in vain. How dare them? And they mess with the wrong mom. I could tell you that because I've been on this for 26 years and I haven't given up, but I'm still going. I got a lot more work to do. And those folks that are from DFCS, if they're here watching, they know when I'm in the room or I'm involved or I'm at a parent's door and you're there, they know that I'm going to make sure that they're doing what they need to do so that family remains intact or protected. Because if they're not, I'm going to give a really hard time. I'm always going to make a loud noise. I ain't going nowhere. So again, we get new people that come on the scene and start different agencies, right? And I get it. I'm all for it. I always open up my doors here to people that are starting or people that have an agency. I always tell them, hey, come over here. I have a lot of space here. You guys are more than welcome to work out of here. You guys are more than welcome to come teach my folks what you guys do. Because I look at it this way. It's like the body of Christ, right? Every part needs to be intact for that body of Christ to function. Otherwise, it does not function. So in the world of agencies and services and providers, everybody brings something unique to the table. No one agency is better than the other, right? What I do and my craft is only something that I can bring to the table. You can't, and no one else can. They can try to duplicate it, but I can tell you it's not going to come with the same kind of quality that I bring. So I always encourage people to join together, collab together, because that is the only way that we're going to be able to move forward and really start breaking down a lot of these things that impact our community and our youth, right? And bringing the change. And if we're too focused on being divided about who's better and who should get this and how much money should go there and who shouldn't get anything and who should be in the limelight and who should be not, we're focusing on the wrong things, and we're creating the division within ourselves instead of worried about how can we get better together and get stronger together moving forward, because we all need to be at the table together. So again, like I said, that's why you see that I have such a great success rate, because we pour in a lot of quality into the people, and we're not out here hating on the next agency, and we're not out here fighting for the next client that comes through the door. You know, we want to make sure that we're doing quality versus quantity.
Jennifer's blowing up the spot, y'all. See, this is what it's all about. I mean, and let me tell you, shout out to Albert, your brother-in-law, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you. See, this is why I say, I'm excited that you're here, because I felt that love and energy community. I was there. That brother was pumping with love, joy, excitement, animated. And I was there, and Jennifer said, both of y'all together. I can't handle it.
I was like, both of you guys, I'm sorry, but I gotta go because you guys are driving me bonkers. Man. I was like, wait, you guys, I don't know, man. You guys talked before you came here, because you guys were acting awfully the same. Energy and everything. I was like, this is too much.
But it's the love of the people, and yeah. I love how you said that, because sometimes we get so caught in, what is the financial, and it's about the people, right? And yeah, right. We need financial capacity to build capacity for organizations. We need technical assistance. We need spaces. We need that stuff. We're not saying we don't need it, but we're not trying to lead with that, right?
Right.
This work is tireless work. When I came down there, it was up early, dot early. You up there moving around, the lines around the corner, people already looking for that. And I always tell people, organizations like New Beginnings, folks like Glide, folks that impact people, sometimes that might be those people only meal for the day. Sometimes that might be what they need to get it through the work. I mean, to get through the week into their next opportunity for resources. So what you bring is so crucial. And again, y'all bring it with love at New Beginnings.
That's
like,
right.
People are like, yes, they open, they hear, they're patient, they understand the process. That's something that's priceless. I mean, you some people don't understand that. When we're doing this work as both sides of the conversation, we're media, we're marketing, right? So we come with the cameras and people get on, and I'm saying, hold on, you got to see this stuff, because when you talk about 95%, people need to see that. I don't care what people say. It's not about, trying to highlight you. We need to see this stuff, because I'm telling you, some of the folks that's out here that have no impact in our community are causing that frustration. Like you said, when these agencies can't work together, who gets impacted? Not the agency, the people.
Yeah.
And I watch you interact with those people, help them to their card. I mean, just the seniors was just appreciated, and man, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just gonna tell the community, go check out yourself. New Beginnings. We got the information running up on the screen. But I want to transition here, because I know I'm gonna let Mark in here. He got some things that he want to say. But we're talking about this District 2. And I think it's very important before we leave today, because, so many times when we look at on the news, folks running for candidacy, folks trying to get into supervisors, mayors, different things, people in the community feel like, the people that we have running, they don't represent us. They don't speak our language. They don't walk in the community with us. They don't have that level of understanding. I hear it all the time, and then they sell us on what they're going to do, and then they don't do it. We understand that in systems, it takes a lot to dismantle system, but I'm a dismantler. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I dismantle. I believe every little part I'm going to dismantle. Right? I feel like a little what they call pecker, you know, a little redwood bird pecker. I just try to peck a little bit to make change, because I know it's needed. Your tenacity, your experience of being, you know, in the community, your childhood, what you've overcome. We're talking about District 2, a very important community in San Jose. Can you talk to the community and tell them, as supervisor, what are you looking to bring? How are you looking to reimagine D2? How are you looking to bring a new energy to D2? How are you looking to bless the people in D2?
All right. So D2 is my home. This is where I was born and raised. Okay. I'm homegrown, and I have not navigated out of District 2. District 2 is really close to my heart because I've gone through all the highs and lows within this community here. And again, as a mom, as a nonprofit founder, you know, as an advocate, it's really tough to just sit by and look at all the things that are going on that have been going on for years and years. And you keep hearing the same old promises from our current leaders. And, you know, you feel like you're barely scratching the surface, just like you said, pecking, just making a little peck, you know, to try to get a little indentation on making change, right? And we feel like that's making a huge impact, a huge noise. In reality, we're just one person trying to make it work, right? And I tell everybody, running for office is not easy, okay? It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of sacrifice. And there's been many days where I've sat at the edge of my bed and I cried and I said, I don't want to do this. I ain't doing it. But you know what? I'm a faithful servant. God created us to serve, all right? And that is the first priority. And I will say this is that I know that God created me for a time like this. This is why I went through all the trenches. This is why I went through everything I went through, so I can connect to people in a more authentic, realistic way versus me saying, well, hey, you know what? I'm just going to play political seats and come over here and just take this position because, you know, I'm entitled to. No, I had to go through a lot of trauma and a lot of, things that were meant to keep me down and suppress me in order for me to be able to sit here and connect with the people and really say that I want to get in there and continue doing the work I'm doing because I'm already on ground level. Okay. I'm on the ground doing the work that does not get recognized. You know, the little ones, we never get recognized, right? So I'm doing this 7 days a week, 365 days. So I'm not going to wait until I become a supervisor to say, this is what I'm going to do for you. No, this is what I'm going to continue to do for you. But as I elevate into that seat, this is what I'm going to continue to do is I'm going to be progressive with the plan that we put in place. And you know what? I'm going to make a lot of enemies. I'm going to tell you that because I don't follow status quo. Okay. I don't run in packs. I'm a leader and I stand alone. So again, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to go against the grain. And I know I probably won't be able to get into the little club that they got there. You know, I'm going to be alienated out, which is fine because I can eat alone at the table. I'm not afraid to be by myself. So again, I'm there to do the work that a lot of our leaders promise us to do. But once they get in there, the grooming begins to happen, right? And they begin to see which side are you going to take? Are you going to go with us and just follow suit? Is, you know, what's expected of you, or are you really going to come in here and do what the people need you to do? And again, you got to remember, I'm part of this community, so everything that happens here, whether I'm in this seat or not, it impacts me and my children and my grandkids and the people that I love around me. Okay, and that's the community. So my goals are, like I said, get in there, really just set the tone that I'm not there to do anything else but to create an atmosphere where change is going to come. And what needs to happen is I just got to put action and execute those plans. Because
yeah, I got to stop you there. That's what I'm talking about, Jennifer. That's what I'm talking about. Community. See, this is why I get fired up and I love this. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? See, she want to serve the people. Some of these folks, see, everything you said, I got excited right there because I love it. Don't just get in to fit in. See, we got too much of that. See, community, listen. See, when y'all out there trying to figure out who you gonna vote for, when you have to vote a ballot, I love how she said that. I got excited. Go ahead, Jen.
One thing I want to bring up is because this is something that I face all the time and people talk about it, right? When we change and we transition and we're no longer the old person we were back in the day, right? Because we all have a history, we all have a past. And one thing that bothers me is that people will pick you apart and say, well, remember when you were doing this on the street? Remember you doing that? Well, yeah, I remember that. That is the reason why I can stand here and serve you today, because I was doing that back then. Otherwise, if I wasn't doing that back then, I couldn't understand you. I couldn't connect with you and I couldn't serve you. So yes, of course, that was the old me. Today's the new me. And every day that I get to wake up, I continue to evolve into a better person and have a new chance, a new beginning. So again, if people want to stay stagnant, they want to continue dealing with the same issues over and over, then keep on voting for the same old people that you're comfortable with. Because you know what? At the end of the day, we have nobody to blame but ourselves if we keep on voting the same people in. You know, in order to get somewhere and have change, you have to be uncomfortable. And that means you gotta put somebody in office that you don't really know, but you gotta trust by faith. So again, my goal is to get in there, continue the work I'm doing, but doing it on a much higher level where I can expand and do more than what I'm doing where I'm at now.
I love it. Eat at the table by yourself. You see what I'm talking about? See, this is how I know great leadership. See, when you're a leader, you got to be willing to go against the norm. You got to be able to stand alone, because the wolves are out there. They're going to try to, if you want the wolf pack, they're going to try to be like, oh yeah, we got some sweet meat today. But no,
not today.
I'm standing on my own, community. See, we're not going to play with the gatekeepers. We're not going to play with the poverty pit. We're not going with them. We're walking our own way. See, everything that she's doing is intentional. New beginnings. And that is so funny that how people do it. They always want to throw dirt on your name. They always want to talk about what you've been through. And they always want to throw up, the things that's mud. But I always tell people, throw the mud, because I want the mud on my face. I want you to see the mud on my face. And then I want you to watch how great when you have the light. See, when they say this light of mine, this little light of mine, see, God will put a light on you. See, when you have the favor of the highest one, when you have the spiritual ancestors that we walk with, even the mud gets removed off your face and the light shines. I don't know. I'm getting excited. I'm already getting ready. It ain't the benediction. Brother Mark, go ahead and jump in here. I know Mark been waiting. Brother Mark, see what I'm talking about? This is what leadership looks like, Mark. This is what leadership looks like.
I am so thankful and impressed, Sister Jennifer. It's easy to give you your flowers because, again, your character, your experience, the fact that you're willing to put your life on the line to serve other people's says enough about your character. But I do want to give the community an opportunity to get some more perspective on you as a person, and to kind of give, I guess, a little bit more substance. One of the challenges about going into politics is something that everybody knows. Every politician, every person who's put their hat in the ring or their name in the ring for an office has had to have a front facing message that was acceptable to the constituency that they wanted to vote for them. But the pattern is they say the right thing, they do the right stuff to get the position, but once they get there, something always ends up happening and they end up not being able to fulfill the commitments that they made to the people that they asked to vote for them. How can you assure the people that that won't be you going forward?
Well, again, like John said, you got to get out here and you got to see it for yourself. Because listen, when I started New Beginnings, I started it with my plan, my vision, because that's the God-sized vision that God gave me. He didn't give it to nobody else. So when I started this nonprofit, I could have had boohoo bucks, right? I could be sitting in a mansion on top of a hill and, driving whatever. But today, I'm barely making it. And people think I have boohoo bucks because I'm a nonprofit founder. That's not how it works, okay? 7 days a week, we come in here and we pour our heart and our soul into this place, we don't get paid for it. So again, at the end of the day, I could have gotten a lot of money behind this, but I chose not to because one, why? I'm not going to follow somebody else's uh, program. If I allow them to come in, then guess what? They take over and I got to follow suit with them. And I'm not doing that. If that's the case, then why did I create a program for me to serve the community if you're going to come in here and take it from me and run it your way? I'm not doing it that way. Again, number two, in order for me to get money, they dangle a carrot and say, well, you have to do this, this, this. And I have to start putting all this red tape and I have to start asking for IDs, social security cards and checks and pay stubs. You know what? Listen, when it comes to food, I don't believe you should be doing that. I don't want someone coming to my door already waiting 3 hours because they wanted to make sure they got the good stuff right when we open, and then turn around and say, hey, you know what? This is the wrong pay stub. Or, hey, you know what? I need a birth certificate. I need ID. I don't want any of that. When you're hungry and you got to feed your family as a mother of 6, I'm sorry, but that's not the first priority for me to go get food for my kids, is to worry about looking for documents so I can come and feed my family. So again, I remove all barriers, all red tape, all of that stuff. You don't have it here in my agency. If you were to walk into my door and say, Jennifer, at this time right now, I'm tired. Okay. I've been up since 6 o'clock. Someone were to walk into my door as soon as we end this show and say, I need help. I need to do this, this, and this. Everyone that knows me knows I'm going to say, okay, sit down. I'm tired. I'm drained, but I'm going to help you. What do you need? Let's do it. Okay. And again, that's coming from passion and compassion for really being a servant. If you're not a servant and your heart ain't in it and the motives are wrong, ulterior motives, it's never going to work. So again, like I tell the people, if you were to learn about me and get to know me versus waiting to see what I'm doing, you have to really get to know somebody in order to see if you can trust them or you can believe their word, right? Because at the end of the day, I can tell everybody until I'm blue in the face, vote for me because this. You have to see the actions behind that I execute, because I execute every day. Every day I'm executing. And my actions, they speak for themselves. And you know what? Like I've said in the media before, one thing that sets me apart is I know that any of my opponents are not going to do the same. If I were to get that seat and people want to say, well, is it about the money? Is it about the title? No, I don't need a title and I don't need the money. That money for that pay, whatever it is, salary for the year, donate it to a charity, put it into the streets, put it into where in the pot of money in the general fund that you claim we don't have to fix things that need to be fixed or to put into programs that need to be funded. Put in that salary that I make a year for that. Let me ask you if any of the other opponents would do the same thing. I bet you they won't. Because I believe by faith. God always provides for me. I'm not money hungry, and that's not my motive. My motive is to get in there and show people that you can go against the grain and you can still stand. Period.
Wow. With that being said, because we have somebody here that do know you, your campaign manager. He's holding your schedule down. He's doing a lot. We're going to bring up Brother Mauricio Perez. Brother, welcome to both sides of the conversation.
What's going on?
Come on, you've been waiting patiently.
I've been waiting, man. Hearing my girl shout it out right there, man. When I met this young lady, I met her in school, right? When we sat down in the class, we were studying family law. She sat down next to me. She said, "What are you trying to do?" I said, "I'm trying to represent myself." She said, "Oh, that's cool." I asked her, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm fighting the system." I laughed. Okay, yeah, you go. But throughout the years, I started going to court. Everybody's got a story. I got 6 kids myself, so every year I'm in family court, and every year, once a year, I see Jennifer. Every year, once a year, I see Jennifer. I'm walking by and I see her come by with her little cases and all that, and she tells me one day, "Hey, you know what? I got this new beginning thing going on. Come down here. Come down here and help these fellas out." Because, I thought since I had all my stuff together that I don't need none of that. I'm beyond that. But, I'll go help you out. I'll go raise my hand. And the next thing I know, shit, I needed it. You know what I mean? It started off with, counseling here. Then I started seeing what she's doing. I started seeing the stuff she's doing in the community like you did. People come to the door. They're waiting. They're excited, And I've personally seen myself, like she said, she's not lying. You come to the door right now, whatever, we'll drop everything. We'll do it for you, and what the thing is, it's our team that's here. It's what does it for us. You know what I mean? Everybody here, everybody that's in this team that walks through this door, the past, we've all gone through it. We've all shed the same blood and the same mud as everybody else, and we're tired of it. We're tired of how things go, how things seem. You know, since I started with New Beginnings, I've seen a lot of things. But since I started campaigning, I've seen a whole lot of things. You know, and one thing you know is that when we go out there and you see, and I asked Jennifer, shit, it's a shoot. Is there anybody that cares? Is there anybody out here? She named one. You know, he's in a good spot. We'll get into that later. But you know, there's one. Then there's Jennifer. You know, then there's a little bit here. And you know, like she says, when you start into this, when you whether it's nonprofit or whatever it is, and you care about the people, there's no clocking out. You fellas know there ain't no clocking out. We can get off the show, but guess what? Ain't none of us clocking out when that phone rings. Ain't none of us doing nothing. You know, we're there 150%. And you know, and to come in and make these moves, and you know, just the bridges that we've made so far, you know, and when you really look at a grassroots campaign, like she says, you're looking at it. There she is. Here I am. You know, we got, you know, it's not just me and her. We got a lot of loved ones around us. You know, it's not just we got a lot of people showing support, a lot of loved ones, but only certain people can do so much. You know what I mean? They give us all their love. We love them back, but physically, you know, ain't nobody got it financially. But you know, physically doing everything, you know, we got our support. But really out there, putting feet on the turf is me and Jennifer. Hi, how you doing? How's it going? What can we do for you? You know what I mean? And and when we started off, you know, it is kind of shaky at first. You know, the people care. Are we really doing this? But at this point, man, we got people flooding into us. Our weeks are booked. We're booked. We got different neighborhoods, different organizations. And what I realized though is that a lot of these people are older people because I would say from their generation till now, there's a big gap of nobody caring. To this day, nobody cares, man. And you know what? It's a sad thing that if more people cared, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. When we go to ask people, hey, can you vote? What's she gonna do for me? I tell them, well, the first thing we're gonna do for you is teach you to stop asking. We're not giving you fish. We're teaching people to fish. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do, because if we sit there and give out and give out and give out, that's what's been going on. That's how it's been. And look where we're at. You know what I mean? So that's just a little bit of the things you do, a little bit of collabing, you know what I mean? And one of the main things, you know, when I started this off, I started pushing for Jennifer, pushing for Jennifer, pushing for Jennifer. I'm still pushing for her, but my main goal after this now, she's not the only one. She's the first. You know, she's not, let's take that back. Jennifer is not the first to do this. There's been great leaders before that, but it's been a long time since we see someone like that who's definitely come up like she has from the grit and grind right there with us. You know what I mean? So I tell people the next goal is, you know, District 2 is a big district. And within that district, there's other little council members, there's other council little seats right there. But you know what? We need to fill those seats. Our people need to fill those seats. Just because you went to school doesn't mean you know our walk. Doesn't mean you know what we went through. You need to actually physically go through that, physically see that, stress for it, go through court, the tears, the shedding, all of it that comes together. You need to actually see that and feel that, because how are you going to lead us if you don't know a day in my shoes?
Man, very powerful. Do y'all feel the energy? Because I'm getting excited. I'm finna get in the pulpit up here or something. I don't know. I'm getting excited. But this is why I love what y'all are doing. You know, I'm all for grassroots, right? I'm all for the underdog. I'm all for the little people. And I understand this frustration because it's around, right? The people who ground, boots on the ground, doing the work overlooked, right? All of the big organizations got all the funding, no impact or some impact. You know what I'm saying? But they not collaborating. And it's like when you got the energy and the fire, and this is my fight. This is why I get so upset. Because you're right. There's a gap between the young people and the old people. I keep saying this. When is our elders going to give the torch to the young people? When are they going to take their wisdom, their knowledge, the stuff that they've been through, the network, and say, hey, Jennifer, I see you coming. You got fire. You got energy. I see your team. It's new beginnings coming. How can I take this that I know and let me help you? But what we get from our elders sometimes in our community, like you said, we get this distance. We get this, oh, you trying to outshine me. Oh, you didn't put in enough work like me. I thought the purpose of leadership, I thought the purpose of creating paths for the future was I'll go through the rough so that when you come behind me, it's an easy path. What happened to that? Now we have elders in the community. Oh, I've been through all this. You got to go through what I get through so you get to the top so easy. That's the mentality that we have to change if we really about the people. And I'm glad y'all here because y'all are the ones that said, hey, if you cut a path for me, I'll go up it. And when I get to the point where it slows me down, I'll cut a new path. So when you get up there, that's what we're looking for. Building community, putting unity back in the community. See, because I'm tired of these meetings, right? I go to these meetings, black and brown people. When you talk about black and brown community, all statistical categories, we at the bottom. And I need somebody like Jennifer. I need some people like you, Perez, that's in the community fighting for a change. I'm tired of people telling us what's wrong with our people. Oh, the black and brown people, they're the lowest in healthcare, the lowest in houses, the highest in criminality. Okay, what are you doing to help us? And then we get people like Jennifer who's rising up saying, I'll step and stand. Where's the people? Community, all my South Bay residents. D2, there's some new leadership. Where are you at? Step up. Step and stand with Jennifer. New beginnings, new opportunities in 2024. Let's go, community. Brother Mauricio, the energy that you bring is what I love in Alberto and the family and the folks. How do you guys keep this continuity? You guys are building something, no matter what happens, right? Because we just whatever happens, new beginning. You will keep growing. What is that extra fire? You already got the fire. I can feel it. My bones are excited. I know it's fire. How do you keep that fire burning through all of this?
Oh man, the way that I keep it burning, man, is I see the changes and the stuff that we're doing on a daily basis. Like I said, I started off coming here, going to one of the groups. Now I'm right there side by side with Jennifer, keeping families together. More than one family. I mean, we get emergency calls. Hey, Jennifer, you need to get down here now, or this family's gonna be straightened up, be split up, and we'll be in the middle of something important. Gotta drop everything, And like she says, it takes it is kind of like a sacrifice to our family, to our kids and all that, but we let them know that, hey, when this is done, when it's over, it's for you guys. Like I tell everybody out there, what gets me going and what keeps me going is we already messed up our lives, but we already done what we're going to do, and we're just trying to patch it up and look good now. But the best part about it is knowing what we're doing for our children and our grandchildren is what keeps me going every day. Just knowing that, hey, you know what, there's going to be something better. And another thing, I tell Jennifer when she feels like giving up, when she's, I can't do it, I tell her, you know what, Jennifer, if not you, then who? Tell me one person who. Because we've been sitting there trying to look for them, just campaigning, and we ain't found not one. So that's what gets me going every morning, that, you know what, if there ain't nobody else to do it, guess what? We got to do it. Because ain't no one else going to do it for us. And you know what? And if the people we don't expect everybody out there to see it. Everybody out there to see it. If we catch one more person, two more person, we can catch 4 more people within the next 4 years. We got District 2 almost sold up with our own people, black and brown, who really no, you don't even got to be black and brown. You could be Asian, you could be whatever. But I just want somebody who has walked our walk and talked our talk. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of seeing people who just went to school and, I studied about how you guys are. Oh, great. Perfect. I've gone to one of these things. I seen one girl, right? She's going up for her seat, and, you get to see their little spills and their little speech. And she says that, she's good for District 2 because she understands the importance of housing because she had to commute to Mountain View for a better education. What's that got to do with us? We're glad that you got a better education. Good for you. We're glad that you're even running. I'm proud of you. But it doesn't look too much like you got too much to say about what we're going through over here, of what we really need. Take that to Mountain View.
Wow.
That's just how I feel.
All I know is this. I feel a little left out tonight, okay? Both of you have 6 kids. I'm missing out. New beginning. I need 5 more.
You know what? Better stop playing, son.
Let me stop playing.
I can send them to your house.
I'll send mine right behind her.
I'll send him on an Uber over there.
No, I mean, I really, really seriously, genuinely, appreciate what you guys are doing, because when you think about your children, I could just imagine, like you said, when you get that call in the middle of the night and you all are that gap between this family being broken up. I mean, the emotional the emotion that you go through, having children, understanding. And I think that's why it's so important. I'm really like giving you guys big ups, because when you're in that position and you have this person who's at CPS or one of these entities, it's like they're numb. right? They just, I gotta do the paperwork. I gotta get out of here, right? I mean, those victories, 95% support completion rate. I mean, when you hear this, being a father, being a mother with 6 kids, like, man, it like, don't y'all feel like superheroes? Ain't y'all like we do this?
And you know what? The only reason why I share that part is because I want other women to know that being a single mom doesn't mean that you got to be contained and held back from wanting better for your life and your children. Okay. Because it was never easy for me. I put myself through school. I didn't get hand-me-outs. I didn't get, money from the state. I didn't get any of that because I worked all of my life since I was 14. And I didn't get the luxury to get all the aid that most people would get with that amount of kids because I always worked and I put myself through school. And I worked 2 jobs, and I was a business owner. So I never got that piece of it. And I didn't get the luxury to stay at home and raise my kids. So my kids paid the ultimate sacrifice for me to be where I'm at today. And I tell people all the time, it's not easy because now I'm trying to undo the damage of sacrificing time with my kids. So if I'm a person sacrificing my time with my kids so I can serve you, what more did you want from a leader if they're willing to sacrifice to serve everybody versus just serving one little household, right? That's huge. Not everyone's going to get up and do that and say, I'm going to sacrifice my family for you, right? Not everybody can say that. So again, it comes with good and it comes with bad. And like I said, the trauma I went through when I was 15 ignited that passion. And it's something that I think I'm going to keep doing until my wheels fall off. Because when I do try to stay stagnant and stay quiet in a little corner and go away, work always seems to follow me. People always seem to follow me, or there needs to be some type of issue that I'm able to resolve. And so with that being said, I'm just hoping that it motivates our people to get out of the mind frame of staying stuck in poverty, staying stuck in the generational cycles of trauma, and victimizing themselves and not allowing themselves to succeed and accelerate, right? We need to be at these tables, but we can't be there if you don't put yourself there. Nobody else is going to put you there unless you don't put in the work and get out there. I'm out of the house 6 o'clock in the morning and I don't get home until 10 o'clock at night. And by the time I go to bed, it's 2 o'clock and I got to get up a few hours and do the same thing all over again. And in order for us to get anything, there's no gain without the pain. You need to go through it first before I get any gain. So that's the goal for me, is hoping that people really take advantage of opportunities that are there for our people, for our culture. And we got to start integrating ourselves, and we got to start believing that we belong there. We deserve it, and we are going to get it. So that's
we blowing up the spot. That's all I can say. Jennifer, we got people from Texas saying they love you. See what I'm talking about? See, when you're real. That's why I tell people, when you're real, people love you all over. It don't matter where you're from. When
Thank
you
you guys.
People, they will serve you. So I got to do this because I always speak things forward. We're not about negativity. We're about moving forward. We're about changing the narrative, lifting the voices of the people. Moving forward is you a new beginning. So we're just going to call it into existence. Now, today, you are D2 candidate. Mauricio, you've been there with her. First 100 days. What are you accomplishing in D2? What are you going to do to dismantle the system? I want to hear some plans. What the first 100 days? What you trying to address and attack?
Yeah, well, we can't give up too much of our eggs because they steal them. We've had big organizations come over here and just steal our small little platform. Like, wow! But one of the big things we're gonna do is, you know what? We talked about a lot of the big things. The Child Protective Services. That's Jennifer's part. She knows more about that. But there's a lot of things within the city that needs to be done. One of the major things, that we look at is the funding for the homeless. They get a lot of money. They get a lot of money. And rather than put it through right here, I've seen the money go to help the teachers in Palo Alto. So when they come over here, they got somewhere to stay and teach. What's that got to do with our homeless problem over here, with the shacks that they're building over here that they're going with there? So, one of the first things in there is going in there and checking the fundings. And a lot of these useless, I don't want to say useless, a lot of these nonprofits that are not really helping the people and that are in it for themselves, for their names, for all of that, we're gonna reevaluate that too. And a lot of these nonprofits, they've been sitting here running in the little hole in the walls. Like me right now, I got the heater on in the stove so I can stay warm right here in New Beginnings. You know what I mean? There's no reason. The stuff we're doing out here, the people, we shouldn't be going through this. We don't got to live like this no more. You know what I mean? But that's one of the first things I want to do is get to really get the not necessarily the funding and the attention, because it ain't just about money, it's also about attention. Like, hey, you know what, these people are doing this over here, how come we're not giving them more recognition? How come we're not doing more for them like that? How come we're not doing, you know what I mean, just like we went to one little event and I just happened to run into a guy into a fluke. I heard him speaking about what he does. He helps out the youth coming out. He helps them out with recovery. Like Jennifer said, he didn't ask us for nothing. He didn't come in here asking for a damn thing, but now he's got a building and he's got someone helping him get grants. So you know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that we want to do and push forward. Like she says, it ain't about what we're going to do when we get there. It's about how far our arm is going to reach when we do get there. And, like I said, right now, Jennifer's not the only one. We got a young lady out of LA. We got another lady out of Stockton. We got women doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? So the best thing we want to do too is collab with them, because just like how all these women are thinking, they got the county now, but I bet you every single one of them's got their eye on the state. So, we got to collab there and get it going, not just right now. We got it from Stockton to LA. Let's get it going further. Let's get it going deeper. Let's get more people in between. Like I said, let's not just think of this as another political thing. Oh, we're going to put someone in, we're going to make changes. No, we're going to put someone in and we're going to change things. There's a big difference there, a real big difference. And that's one of the first things we want to go in there and do.
Let me chime in real quick. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Marisha, because you've been rocking with me day and night, right? And I appreciate you. As a grassroots campaign, we don't have money. We don't have a lot of big bucks that most have. And I just want to share, with the endorsements, a lot of candidates rely on endorsements because money comes with it, right? And I specifically closed that opportunity off for myself because I didn't want to focus on endorsements and having to have an obligation to people because they're giving money, right? If you want to give money, you want to give from your heart, cool, so be it. If you don't, we are going to make it work. A couple of things that I plan on working on when I do get in there is I really want to start looking at the budgets, and I really want to start realigning the money, because a lot of times these budgets are going to the wrong agencies, going into the wrong programs, going into the wrong pockets. And I want to realign, and I want to take a second look at that and really start to cut where it needs to be cut and really put money into where it needs to go. The general fund, they say there's no money there for this, for that, but I want to make sure we allocate those fundings for the youth, for housing that's going to really be affordable. We got all this affordable housing going on, but you only see 10 units out of the 2,000 units that are really affordable, right? Now, I want to make sure that I'm addressing everything on all platforms, whether it's the state taxes, the city taxes, whatever it is, the living wages, the healthcare costs, the homeless issue, the opiate use, all of these things that play a factor. And you got to remember, when there's money attached to it, a lot of these issues are not going to go away unless you get a leader that's not afraid to challenge these people. Okay. Because if these issues do not stay current, we don't have any more money, right? There's no more money for issues that are there. So again, we have to make sure that the budget is being aligned with the issues and we're seeing the solutions. You can't keep on throwing out money out there to manage the homeless crisis, to manage the opiate use, to manage affordable housing, and not really see any change. I mean, that's psychotic. It's insane if you keep doing the same thing over and over every year with the budget and not seeing any change. And that's because the leaders that are in there, once they get in, they say they're going to do this, they start getting groomed. And guess what? They don't want to be shunned. They want to be part of this little group. So they follow suit. For me, I'm okay being by myself, right? I've been by myself majority of my life. I ran my own pack. I ran by myself. So if someone wants to shun me out because I don't want to follow status quo, hey, that's okay. But guess what? I'm going to cut your budget too. Okay. And I'm going to start cutting these big executive budgets that are going into these big old CEOs and executives. And you got these people blue collar jobs getting paid peanuts, and they have to go travel outside of the county to go live. Or, you got people living in their cars and getting up and serving in these jobs. No more. It's not going to happen anymore. And, like I said, a lot of the times you want to see on what they throw out there in the media about, oh, we just got, $2 billion from Governor Newsom for the homeless crisis. So we're going to just give it to one nonprofit agency to go aid that. I'm sorry, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to go to all nonprofits and offer every one of them money to go solve that crisis, because not one agency can do it. It's everybody on deck. It's everybody. So again, there's a lot of issues. It's not just one. You got social services, the CPS crisis, right? You got kids being removed. You got kids not being protected. You got families being failed because the services are not great services. It's a one size fits all, and they're failing us. So it's a lot that needs to be addressed. And I think first and foremost, when you get into office, you got to get acquainted with your atmosphere, right? You got to set the pace. You got to see who's coming after you and who's not. Because once you get in that seat, people are going to come for you, right? I don't care who you are. People are going to come for you. And if you're not playing with them, they're gonna make it tougher for you. And for me, I really don't care, because I always like a challenge. So again, the budget is the main thing, because the budget is the main thing of a supervisor to manage for that area. I want to make sure we have centers that are diverse for culture. I want to make sure we have centers that these kids can go and afford the sports. I am tired of families saying, I can't afford $5,000. I know I can't, so how can somebody else? So I want to make sure kids have access to sports, good education, awareness, living skills, money management, how to become an entrepreneur, and not only that, but people who own businesses or are entrepreneurs or have nonprofits, they should have the ability to be able to afford to buy the city and county buildings that they occupy. We should be able to buy into that instead of leasing and wasting money. The more we lease, we're wasting money instead of creating generational wealth for our families, for our children, for the next generation. So again, I want to make sure we're promoting entrepreneurship for the youth, that we're educating youth on civil engagement, on their obligation to be the next generation to come and step into seats like this and really have an invoice that makes an impact. So again, I could tell you all day long until I'm blue in the face what I'm going to do. It's about what I'm doing already on a lower level. It's what I'm going to continue to do. But with that seat, I'm going to be able to bridge a lot of gaps and take down a lot of barriers, because a lot of officials, they stay secluded because, oh, we're county, we're city, we're state. We don't want to intertwine. Well, guess what? I'm going to intertwine all over, and I'm going to connect everybody everywhere. And if there's places that I can't go because I have no authority, I'm going to go in there. And I'm going to start having those conversations and start reform in every avenue that needs to happen. We got safety issues, right? We got them having cameras all over the place watching us, without explanation. We got issues with, not being able to bear arms and protect ourselves and our kids. Why? We got all kinds of issues that need to be addressed. But again, we got to start just executing the solutions. And that's what I've been doing here at New Beginnings, is executing those solutions. I've been doing the work. But when I get to that point where I have a little bit more room to connect with leaders and other people and bringing in change, my goal, like I said, is to realign the budget, because that's where it all starts, is the money, right? Into the programs that need to be in place. Affordable housing needs to really be affordable, right? Living wages, the inflation. We got to talk about the ecosystem too, and how a lot of that's impacting us. Insurance companies are shutting down and going out of state. They're leaving us, right? And that's leaving us to fend for ourselves. And regardless if people say county officials can't do anything about it, that's not true. We definitely can do something about it, because it starts in our backyard. So
Jennifer is blowing up the spot, community. When we talk about dismantlers, when we talk about accountability, when we talk about what needs to be done, there you go, community. Jennifer Celaya, D2, Get out there and vote. All my people in the South Bay. I know it's getting late. Don't
Wait, can I say a few more things?
No, we finna give you take all the time you want. She's
Hold
still
on.
here. Go
Hold on, because I ain't leaving this place without giving some due respect, first and foremost, to my kids, because my kids have been the driving force to everything that I have done in my, in my life, with my career and everything else. My kids have been the driving force. Okay, so I want to just throw a shout out to my kids. I love them, and without them, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. So, today's a new day, and I know that I've sacrificed a lot of their time so that I could be serving the people. But again, it's a much bigger picture here, that I hope that my kids will instill in them as a legacy as they get older, that they take on these characteristics and want to serve the people too as they, journey through their life. But just know that I'm setting up the pace, because I raise leaders, not followers. And I got 4 queens that I'm raising up, and I'm hoping that they're going to take the torch to lead one day. Same thing with my kings, with my sons and my grandsons. I'm hoping that they're gonna take the stand and take the initiative to go out there and be part of the change, and don't just be stagnant, right? I want to say thank you to my family that's been supporting me, everyone that's been rocking with me and just showing love and support to New Beginnings and to the campaign, and to my kids. I greatly appreciate you guys. And without you guys, I can't do it. It takes a team in order to function. And I just want to recognize them and let them know how much I appreciate and I love them. And I want to, also say to the families that have been lost to the fentanyl crisis, we're 100% behind you to fight for change. I want to, give my sympathy and condolences to the Della Cerda family, who lost their baby and lost grandchild last year to the opiate fentanyl overdose. And I just want them to know from the bottom of my heart, I'm going to champion and I'm going to fight for this change that we need in Santa Clara County, to make sure that no other child like baby Phoenix or Emily goes through a crisis like this ever again. I'm going to make sure I'm on the forefront fighting for that. So again, thank you to everybody who supports me, and thank you, John, and your team for having me here tonight too. All right.
Come on, y'all. There y'all have it. Hey, brother, we got to get Brother Perez on there. I mean, before we let y'all go, we definitely always want to give the shout outs. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being the change makers. Thank you all for having the courage to stand up against all of the noise, all the opposition, holding people accountable. They get mad. They go, oh, she's trying to, no, don't bring her. She goes, yeah, we need some of that. We need to shake it up. We need radical love. We need radical change. We need radical people that's ready to do something different. But Brother Mauricio, go ahead, because I don't want to let you leave. Y'all give all y'all shots out, y'all flowers before we let y'all go. We love y'all. We thank y'all that y'all here. New beginnings. That's all I can say. It's a new year. New beginnings.
Yeah. I just want to say, this is something. This is something right here from New Beginnings. It's something I do from the bottom of my heart. Like I was telling my son the other day, I said, Caesar Chavez is? He's like, yeah. I said, Martin Luther King is, right? He's like, yeah. I told him, any of his staff? You know what I mean? So this all comes from the heart. You know what I mean? It comes up. I don't need no recognition. What I do want, though, is I want people to go out and vote, because they need to understand that if we can't govern ourselves, there's people out there that will govern us for us. And we see firsthand what it is. Like I said, if you think that your cousin can do it, you think your Theo can do it, you think your uncle can do it, put them up there, challenge us. Say, I can do a better job than you. Then you know what? Come out of here and also do it. You know what I mean? Because that's what we need. We don't need people to just follow behind us and vote for us. We need people to outshine us, outdo us. You know what I mean? Bring us up behind us, because you know what? We're not just here for us. Look at us. No, look at all of us. Come on, everybody. Let's all come together. Let's all make a change. That's what I want to say to everybody.
Man, very powerful stuff.
I have one
all
more.
I know is I'm coming, okay? I'm coming to rock with y'all. I love all the people in the Bay. I love all the Black and brown people. If you want me, they know I'm coming. I'll find a way. I just love it.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
When are you gonna go and secure a seat, Mr. Henry? When are you gonna run?
I told you.
When are you gonna run?
No, listen. I told you earlier, okay? I don't like mud fights, okay? The mud is coming. See, they already see. I understand. See, you understand. As you elevate, as you hold the people accountable, as you call out the unjust, you know it comes with that. All of the demons, all of the people that's working together to collaborate. See, this is what they do. They get in cliques and they collaborate against you. The bitterness come out. I told them. I said I might run, okay? Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm okay with the dirt and the mud. When I lost my mom, I lost my dad. I said that was the only thing that would keep me from getting into politics because I didn't want my mom to be embarrassed of all the foolishness. Because I've been through some foolishness too, right? I didn't want all of that, right? I didn't want my mom. Then my mom died, and I'm sitting there and I'm saying, now I have nobody that I have to protect. I can deal with it. Okay, my grandbaby, she's a little, she like, Papa, I don't care what they say. I'm walking with you. So I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know. I know Jennifer has asked me this question over and over. People, John Henry, you'll be great. I don't know. It's a lot of mud. I like mud baths, but I don't like mud in my face.
Well, make your skin nice and soft.
You know? I don't know what the future is calling for the bishop. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it open to the higher spirits. If the ancestors are calling, if the elders will pass the torch, I don't know. I'll be there. I'll be ready to go. Whatever they call, maybe I'll just keep supporting. I don't know. Wherever they call me, I'll be there. It's coming. There's change. But in the meantime, like you said, we're doing the work. We're behind the scenes. We're sitting there with our legislative folks. We're sitting with our city officials. I'm open to go wherever to help the people, uplift the people. I'm about bringing love, radical love to the community. I'm about bringing radical change. When y'all see me throwing up the fence, it is all power to the people. That's why I love New Beginnings. It's all power to the people. That's what it's all about. And we're going to keep changing and making new beginnings everywhere because I think every city needs a new beginning. Every elected official needs a new opportunity. I think we need radical seat change. We got to term out these seats. I don't know. We need radical change because this political environment, the things that are going on, I'm tired of people bragging about, I did 30 years of service. I've been doing this. But I said, please, sir, ma'am. Don't be so excited because what I see out here is nothing that we should be excited about. I'm just telling you, people get mad at me, right? I be in meetings, Jennifer. I'm telling you, some of these folks, oh man, I've been doing this work for 30 years, 40 years. I said, listen, stop. You shouldn't be so excited because if this is the area and I'm walking around and I see what I see, I wouldn't be so happy to say I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm just saying, okay? And that's why I respect the grassroots folks. I respect the people that's on the ground doing the work. Because some of these people who brag about 30, 40 years, I've been doing it for 40 years. People don't even know about them. How you been doing it for 40 years? Nobody know about you. I don't get it. How can you be connected to the people, but the people don't show up for you? When I saw New Beginnings, when I came down, there's a people. They stepped out for New Beginnings. They was there. So I don't know. That's why I say we must connect before we correct. What you all are doing, you are connecting the South Bay. There is change coming. All my people in the South Bay, get excited. Get to the voting. You do your homework. Don't let nobody tell you. Don't walk with the pack. Did y'all hear, Jennifer? Don't walk with the pack. Stand alone. Be a change maker. Dare to be different. That's all I can leave you with tonight. Dare to be different. Tonight, she told you. She is stepping in faith. She is daring to be different. She will eat alone to make sure that she bring home the best for D2. We need love in our community. We need passion. We need new ideals and innovation. We can't be in the area of technology and innovation and we're not innovative in our political and city elected departments and heads. We got to do something better. Tonight, you've been blessed. I know y'all busy. I'm going to give y'all the final words. If there's anything y'all want to say, because I don't want y'all to leave nobody out. Because I know Albert and I know the people down there. How did you go on both sides of the conversation and y'all didn't shut me out? Okay, I'm giving y'all some time. Give some love to the people because I don't want
what? Much love to my brother-in-law Albert, to my sister. My sister's homesick. She couldn't make it, so I hope she's doing well. Like I said, to my kids, my grandson, to my brother-in-law and everybody that's here that makes New Beginnings function, and also to the clients and the people that really come and trust our services and trust us to work with them, because we couldn't do it if they don't trust us. And, and that just says a lot about what we pour into the people. So I want to just thank them first and foremost for trusting us to allow us to work with them so they can have their new beginning. And, we're thankful for the community's support and love. And let's win this. Let's make history. That's all I can say. We make history We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep that momentum, and then we're going to bring in the next leader and the next leader and the next leader. We go up, everybody goes up.
Now, Perez, I'm holding you to this, okay? When she gets in office, don't forget about little on both sides of the conversation.
We're there. We're there.
Oh, I'm going to bring both sides of the conversation to Santa Clara County. You ready for that?
I'm ready. Let's go. We're taking over. Let's go. New beginnings in both sides of the conversation. How could you go wrong? That's what I'm talking about. Blessing the people. But yeah, thank you all. I know it's late. I know y'all got to get to the babies. Right here is enough for community. If you don't know, you got a leader who's willing to be up late. Her children's waiting. They out here grinding. They still here on the air with us. They still talking to you. I don't know. I think some of these other elected officials go, I gotta get out of here. I got something to do. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just being real, okay? I interview these elected officials. Hey, John Henry, I got like 45 minutes. You got to get me out of here. They haven't peaked one time. I'm just being real. See, community, you got to see for yourself. See, you got to unmask what you see on the little 3-minute commercials. You got to get involved and see. This is leadership. This is new beginnings. Because I'm telling you, I talked to some of the best. Hey, John Henry, you got to get me out of here in an hour. I got to go. They don't care about the people. She's passionate about the work. She's passionate about you. She's willing to stay up. The ultimate sacrifice is your family. I don't know. When a leader is willing to sacrifice their family for the greater good of the people, oh my, y'all should be excited down in D2. D2, wake up tomorrow excited. Get out there. Let the people know, hey, we got some new energy. We got some new opportunity. It's new beginnings in D2. Let's go. Y'all better get fired up down there in the South Bay because I'm fired up for y'all. With that being said, Jennifer, thank you. God bless you all for coming, last minute. That's why I got to tell the community. See, she's like, I'm coming. I'll be there last minute. I don't know too many elected officials, people that's running for office, that's going to be the last minute. This is what you talk about from the heart, real, authentic. She wasn't worried about no mistakes. I'm coming. I'm here. We'll figure out a way.
This was like our fourth thing that we had to do today. We were at something else prior to this, something else prior to that. So we've been rocking since 9 o'clock this morning, back to back. So
wow, there you have it, community. Well, I'm gonna let you guys and girls and guys and girls. I always say guys and girls get mad on my show. I say guys. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Thank you all for being the pillars of the community. Thank you all for being the great leaders that we need. Thank you all for having the voice, lifting up the voices of the people, speaking for the voiceless. I mean, 95% rate, community. That's all I got. I don't got nothing else to say. Let the work speak for itself.
Actually, it is more than that. It's like about 98%. And if that 2% right there, they didn't want it.
Wow, there you have it. Well, good evening. New beginnings. Tomorrow is a new beginning, community. Find out. Tap in. The information is running across the screen. Go check them out. See, I always tell people, if you don't believe them, check them out. Call people on it. That's why people always say, I'm going to help you. I'm going to call you. I need some help. Oh, you said you was going to help me. You can't help me? I know one thing about new beginnings because I've been down there. Jennifer is a woman of her word. If she says she's going to help you, she's going to help you, community. That's all I got to say. Hey, but with that being said, I'm going to let you guys get out of here. And we're going to close out the show so y'all can get going. I appreciate you. The community, the people, the ancestors, the land that's been taken is giving it back to you all. That's all I can say. I feel the energy. I feel the love. I feel the passion. Something's great coming down in the South Bay. I don't know. I just feel it. Something's brewing down there in the South Bay community. Get excited. New beginnings.
That's right.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all, and we'll be connected soon. I'll be coming down there to share some love with you. God bless the people with y'all. All power to the people. We'll see y'all soon.
That's right. Power to the people.
All right. See y'all. Good evening.
Bye, guys.
Good.
All right, community. There you go. There you have it. New beginnings. New opportunities. South Bay. I don't know about people in the South Bay. Get excited. Yeah, some change is coming to the South Bay. Some new opportunities. It's 2024. New doors is opening. I don't know. I'm just sitting back. All I know is I heard a lot of energy. I heard a lot of love. Brother Mark, the voice. What did you hear? Because I heard something great. I think my ears is burning. I felt like, oh, something is great happening. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Brother Mark, holler at the people before we got it. I know it's late. You got to go. Mark, like, I need something to drink, Bishop. I got to get out of here. My tongue is dry. Okay, go ahead and get it out, Brother Mark. Talk to the
Well, first of all, Bishop, man, I definitely want to thank both of our guests for coming on and sharing. And I think what had your ears burning was what was tingling, what was the same spirit, because to have somebody who's actually gone through an experience, and I imagine if she could go back and talk to the 15-year-old version of herself, she would give herself the same type of information that she was trying to present to the community today on both sides of the conversation. So I appreciate it. I'm glad. And again, it's good to see people that actually care are stepping into the front line, because the only way the system continues to work as it is if people just continue not to pay attention, and they're betting on us to not pay attention. They're going to keep us distracted on all the bull and nonsense that don't mean nothing, and they're going to continue to run the game as usual. But some people who see, wait a minute, we have issues that are directly impacting the quality of life for families, and somebody needs to step in the gap and change that, and we're willing to do it. So my hats are off to them for real, and it's amazing to see people still stepping up.
man. We just got to give him a round of applause. Mark, I got to give you a round of applause because you're always sharp. You're always thinking about being on code. Tonight, we seen a phenomenal young lady who's on code. She understands some things. I don't know. I love grassroots. I love the underdogs. That's just me, but I just love how she get it, because y'all know they start hating on you. Oh, I feel it all the time. Oh, we coming for the bishop. I know. See, when you're favored by the highest, when your ancestors is watching over you, when the light starts shining, I don't know. When the light starts shining, Mark, I don't know. That dark cloud is there. The enemy is coming. They coming. They gonna throw dirt on your name. They gonna slide the mud. I don't know. I like mud baths. I like mud facials. I don't know, but I don't like the mud sometimes. But I have the tenacity. I have the perseverance. I have the big shoulders. I have the courage to go through it all. They can hate all they want. But one thing that they can't say is the consistency, the love, the humility, the people that we bless, the people that we uplift, the narrative that we continue to shift, the highlights that we continue to highlight. I don't know, Mark. I just say, hey, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. It's proof in the pudding. We get it going. I don't know. We got to drop a bomb for that one, Mark. We just blowing up the spot. Both sides of the conversation, we blowing up the spot, baby. We are dismantlers. We are the people that you might not see, but we there. The people are there. With that being said, Mark, I know it's getting late. I got to get out of here. I got to give the benediction to the people, because I already know it's the second show of the year. I already got people calling me saying, Bishop, calm down. We need you. Listen, when the lights are cut off, it's over for me. But I will leave the benediction to the people. I must recap this because I am inspired. New beginnings have gave me a new energy tonight. I don't know. I felt a little left out, Mark. 6 kids? I think I need to go make some babies. I feel like I shorted myself. I need some more. I need that fire. I don't know. I got the desire. But with that being said, Brother Mark, I'm going to give this benediction so we can get out of here. It is late. See, when you are a leader of the community, the phone is ringing. People blowing me up. They need help. They need this. Bishop. I get 2 hours to sleep. See, when you're a leader, you don't get tired. You heard her? She said, we've been up all day. See, I've been up all day. My day starts early and it ends late. But it is Martin Luther King weekend. This is the most profound weekend to begin our year. When you talk about people, the stance, the marches, the nonviolence approach. I don't know, Mark. Sometimes I feel I want to get a little violent. I'm tired. No. But
every now and then. By any means necessary.
Come on. I mean, like, the people, they just do it so wrong. They do it so wrong. But you know what? Sometimes being done wrong is what you need to be right. So I'll take the wrong, right? The bad news sometimes is the good news. Just don't cry about it. All right. With that being said, community, I'm getting y'all out of here. People are like, hurry up, Bishop. I got to go to sleep. All right. Let me get to this. All right, community. Tonight, you have been blessed. Our second show of the year, Educational Thursday. We are intentionally bringing the people the information. We are trying to educate our community with the sauce. Maybe tonight you didn't know anything about New Beginnings. Maybe tonight you are in the South Bay. You're looking for help, looking for support. Maybe you are going through a family crisis. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you are a single parent and you need help. New Beginnings is a door for you to open up to give you a new opportunity. When you talk about leadership, when you talk about people who are trying to step to make change, tonight you've seen a phenomenal woman. Someone who cares about the people. I don't know if you felt it, but I felt the compassion. I felt the change need. I felt the radical change and love that is needed. See, when you about the people, oh yeah, your blood gets to pumping. See, I get a rush when people say you don't drink coffee. No, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink Red Bulls because the energy of the people gives it to you. Tonight, I felt that energy from New Beginnings. I felt that love from Jennifer. All I know is there's opportunities. See, if you about the people, the work happens. When you about the people, the numbers increase. I don't know. It just happens, brother. 98%. And the 2% just didn't want it. Wow. That's a game for your community. But when you are focused about the people, when you are determined to take your pain into a game for the people, nothing can stop you. You see, she's talking about the pain she's been through is the motivation. The inspiring port to foster the relationship that is needed to bring change to South Bay, to D2. This is what it takes. Grassroots, people believing in each other. We talked about building community, togetherness. We're not talking about the silos. We're not talking about the gatekeepers. We're not talking about the poverty pimps. We're talking about the people that want to bring unity back in the community. It is organizations like New Beginnings that give community hope, give the people who are losing an opportunity to feel love. It is the people. When you see me throwing up the black fist, no, it's about all power to the people. Community, we have the power. We are the ones that are the change makers. It is the leaders that bring the influence to the people to make sure that we uplift the people. I will continue to uplift the people. I will stand behind the grassroots organization. I will give back because I am the bishop, and that's what I'm here to do. Uplift the people. We will change the narrative. We will uplift the people. We will be where the people be. That's why we are here. I don't know where you at, community. I don't know what timeline you are on. There's an alarm going off in our community right now. You can't hit the snooze button no more. Listen, community, the alarm is going off. You can't hit the snooze button anymore. We got to wake up. We have to unify. These problems that exist in our community is impacting us at all city, state levels. It's not just in San Francisco. It's not just in San Jose. It is all across this country. When you talk about the homeless crisis, when you talk about the fentanyl crisis, when you talk about the mental health crisis, we have a problem in this country. And the only way we're going to fix it is we have to have radical change. We have to have radical unity. We have to have some conscious people who are ready to push against the oppressors. And sometimes those gatekeepers, those oppressors, they look like me and you. Mark says it all the time. Community, let's get on code as one. That time is coming. Today is the day. Let's start. New beginnings, new opportunities. Maybe you wasn't the one willing to work collaboratively with someone. Maybe tonight you'll have an open mind to say, you know what? Let me reach out and partner with this organization. Maybe let me help them and see if I can be a change maker. Together, we could do more. Collaborative is the new financial tool. Work together, be better. Let's do this together. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us. All power is with the people. All I know is this. I'm excited. I can't even get 2 hours of sleep tonight, Mark, because Jennifer has poured something in me tonight. More love, more compassion. Brother Perez talking about being a single father with 6 kids. I don't know, Mark. I need a few more. I guess I'm going to explore new beginnings. I don't know. Let me stop, y'all. That's it for the bishop. It's over. It's over. Hey, listen, community, it is our time. We can do this together. Today is the day. New opportunities, new love, new hope, new doors, new keys, more success. Today is the day we change. Leave the toxicness alone. Leave the bitterness alone. Leave the hatred alone. Stop hating. Let's do something new this year. Let's love through the disappointment. Let's love through the hurt. Let's love through the pain. Let's forgive. I think I'm going to write a poem, Mark. I don't know. I'm not a poet. I think I'm going to write a poem. Community, watch out. I'm going to write a poem. It's called What You Selling, I Ain't Buying. I don't know. I'm going to add to it. What You Selling, I Ain't Buying.
Bring it on, Bishop.
I don't know. I'm going to write a poem for the community. I'm just going to say, what you selling, I'm not buying. So won't you stop crying, because I ain't lying. Sometimes what you selling, I'm just not buying. I don't know. Let me stop. I'm not a poet. Let me stop. We're having fun here. It's the second show of the year. Thank you all for tuning in. We are getting ready for our bowling event. Just want to give a quick shout out to the community. What's going on? We do have our sign out going up to the community about our buses. We're going to have some charter buses that's going to be moving people around the community to our bowling event, because the bowling event location has limited parking. So we are providing free bus services. You must sign up. Okay. We're going to be closing this registration at a certain point, but we want to make sure all of our people from the community gets the opportunity to get access to and from the bowling alley on these charter buses. So please go out there and sign up. Also, we're almost close to securing a lot that's about a few minutes away from the bowling alley. We're going to have a shuttle bus that's going to move people from the parking lot to the bowling alley. We're trying to do our best, community, to make sure that you have the best experience. I know parking is going to be tight. We're looking at the numbers. We are expecting about 1,000 people. Okay. The numbers are moving. Please, community, if you want to come, you want to be a part of it, because don't come yelling at me. Last year, people called me out. We had to close off because we was at capacity. This year, we got a bigger bowling alley, more space for folks. Okay. But we do have a registration limit. I'm not going to say the number, but I'm just telling you. Every week, the numbers increasing faster and faster and faster. So we put the links out there. Please sign up. This is a family event. All of the family, no drama. Every year, it's about people coming together, uplifting the people, especially during this month of African-American History Month. There's so many things. Our essay contest to all of the parents and the families out there, okay? If you want your kids a part of this essay contest, y'all have till January 22nd. Don't call me on the 23rd. Don't email me on the 24th. Don't be talking about Bishop. I made a mistake. I hit the wrong email address. Y'all got time. Get your young people involved. If they want to win some of this money, it's a great opportunity for them to showcase what they're doing with this essay contest. It's open to the community. There's no restrictions. You just got to get it in. January 22nd is the closing date. We're finalizing a lot of things. So community, be patient. We're trying to do our best. These events take a lot. It's taking a lot out of me. And I want to make sure that our community, we have the Black Joy. We have the Day of Liberation. We have the opportunity to network and connect. We're doing our best to bring services and resources to this event so folks can be connected. But again, community, be patient. We're trying to bless the people. It's an amazing, amazing month going on in San Francisco for Black History Month, across the Bay Area and beyond. But this year especially, we kick off February with the Pathway event, the Dreaming Forward event, a number of events that's taking place, the HBCU, Divine Nine, some special stuff this year. And we are excited to just be a part of it. And I'm just looking forward to it. So again, there's some stuff going on, community. We'll keep you all updated. Check us out if you haven't followed us. Maybe tonight was your first time tuning in. We on all social media handles at both sides of the conversation. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We everywhere, okay? You want to find out what's going on, check out our Instagram, check out our Facebook page. That's where we put all the announcements to the events. If you want to see some of the announcements from earlier that Mark read off, go back and watch the show over, share the show, subscribe, like, I don't know. Support the bishop. I need some help, okay? I got a black paper bag and a brown paper bag. I don't know which one. I'm going to be out on the middle of the street. Y'all going to pull up on me. Don't laugh at me. Don't throw nothing at me. Bishop needs some help. Support us. We over here at both sides of the conversation, and we're blessing the people. And thank you for all the emails that I got from people saying we appreciate you guys getting announcements out to the community, because sometimes we don't know. Thank you all for that. It's been taking a survey, letting us know where we need to fix and change. We responding and we're trying to make those changes for the people. This platform is for the community. It's for the people. If you want authentic realness, this is where you come. We are for the people, the Black and brown community. We will uplift the voices of the people. That's what we do. This Sunday, we're going to have a conversation. I need some more panelists. Was 2023 that bad? Let's talk about some of the new things that we're trying to do in 24. I don't know. I need some people to come talk with me. I don't want to be talking by myself. I think everybody should be trying to tune in. The Raiders are not playing. The 49ers are playing. And I know we're definitely not watching the Cowboys, but I don't know. Maybe we are watching the Cowboys. I don't know, but we should have a great Sunday conversation. A lot of amazing things are coming.
Go Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I'll go with the Texans. I ain't going with the Cowboys. All right. But thank you all for tuning in. I know it's been a long show. Typically, we out of here earlier, but again, this is our new year kickoff, the second show. We've been off the air since December 15th. People have been lying. No, both sides of the conversation shut down. We don't see them all no more. We're still here, okay? And we're going to keep doing this work. And I know people text me, where's Iowa? Iowa's out doing her thing. She's taking care of family, doing what she's supposed to do. She'll be back. She haven't went anywhere community. Hang in there, okay? Brother Mark is here, the voice here, and the bishop. I'm here. With that being said, community, good evening. We love you. We're going to continue to work for you. We're going to continue to fight for you. That's our job. When you see me out there with the people, I'm advocating, I'm talking, I'm making stuff happen behind the scenes. I'm blessing the people, okay? That's all I can say is I'm blessing the people. With that being said, you guys have a great evening. Be safe. It's cold out there. Bring the pets in tonight. Turn the heat up. I don't know. Rub some cold toes. Don't go make 6 babies tonight, though, all right? It's cold out there. All right, with that being said, I love you, community. Have a great evening. We're blowing up the spot. We out of here.